Pardon my nasally voice today. Allergy season is in full swing, but we got a cool reaction for you today. This is the Appleseed. It's SCP-4608 by The Rubber. The only thing I can think of is Johnny Appleseed. Although Appleseeds are poisonous. I learned that in a G.I. Joe cartoon a long time ago. That long story. Anyway, we're gonna get into this reaction, guys. Make sure to subscribe to The Rubber. Subscribe to me if you like reaction videos, and let's get into this one.
Viewer discretion is advised. A logger was taking a break away from the campsite.
Okay.
He thought about the recent
Wanted to cut
disappearances
trees.
of their colleagues. They had accidents, they
Missing
said,
colleagues
but
due to
something
accidents?
doesn't make sense. Accidents? All happened at the same time? As he pondered, he felt something was dripping on him.
Sap?
He looked up and saw his missing colleague dangling on a
Oh!
tree, with apples growing unnaturally on his dead body.
This
Terrified,
has nothing to
he
do
ran.
with Johnny
He
Appleseed.
could hear inhuman chants all around him. He almost got to the camp, but something grabbed his leg,
Oh my
fiercely
God.
dragged him back into the woods,
So it's
and the
living
bleeding
apple
faces on the
trees.
tree was
Wow.
the last thing he saw.
Bleeding.
Hello everybody, I'm The Rubber.
Hey,
Today
Rubber.
we bring you a SCP Foundation neutralized object,
Oh, it's
SCP-4608.
They done got rid of it.
SCP-4608, also known as Appleseed, was a 60-acre apple orchard containing over 22,000 trees,
All right.
located on the outskirts of Milan,
It
Indiana.
must have been beautiful.
Sigils and symbols relating to occult Norse religions were found engraved on most of the trees. Within the orchard, there were organisms consisting of unidentified plant-like muscular structures,
Right.
dubbed SCP-4608-1.
Gotcha.
These
Tree
instances were
ants.
predatory in nature, highly mobile, and aggressively
Cool, they
territorial.
fast too.
Additionally, a large apple tree with 13 human faces embedded on its bark, dubbed SCP-4608-2, could be found in the middle of the orchard.
Okay.
The faces were capable of speech, though the language used is currently unidentified.
All right.
It was hostile and used its roots as a means of manipulation.
Can you
4608
imagine, bro? This
was
is
discovered when a local
crazy.
logging company had purchased the land on which it was located.
All right.
Shortly after the first expedition, all crew members were either declared dead or missing. The search party was also
Well,
presumed
yeah.
missing.
The trees are eating
On
them.
October 14th,
Or doing
1947,
whatever they
the
doing to 'em.
Foundation was alerted to
Appleizing
the
them.
occurrences surrounding the area by police reports, accompanied by a photograph of an instance
Wow.
of 4608-1.
It looks like
In response,
amnestics.
the Foundation dispatched a three-man team to investigate 4608.
Have to make everybody
After
forget.
4 days of no contact, all three agents were presumed dead.
Wow.
Following this, a high-risk response team,
MTF.
Mobile Strike Force Bravo 7, was dispatched to handle the situation. Alpha Squad moved swiftly into the site, with Beta Squad headed east and Gamma Squad went west.
All right.
The mission was to find out what happened to the investigation team, and if necessary, neutralize any hostile forces.
You
Their
might need something
surroundings
besides a
began to
rifle,
appear
bro.
more barren as they advanced deeper in. As
Don't get
they
me wrong, a
approached the
50
incident
caliber could
site,
tear up
the
a tree,
squad
but-
found several dead bodies. The
Look,
bodies
man.
were heavily mutilated, and their chests were
Full
ripped
of
open and
apples.
filled with apples.
Ugh.
Christ,
What
who
a
and
hor-
what
yeah.
could have done this?
What a
Suddenly,
horrible
they
way
heard
to
a loud
die.
shriek from their radios.
Uh-oh.
They immediately huddled into a defensive formation,
one of the,
trained their rifles towards the tree line, and scanned for movement. Squad leads, report.
Yeah.
It came from the southwest. We're definitely not alone out here.
All right, good.
Alpha Squad began moving towards
Meet
the
up.
direction and slowly entering the tree line.
Look at
Unlike
all the
earlier,
bodies
the
everywhere.
trees they encountered now appeared to be healthier and taller.
Okay.
They noticed that there was some sort of strange sigil etched on the trees. They felt that
Black
somebody
magic,
or
baby.
something was stalking them. Another loud shriek was heard, but this time it wasn't from the radio. Multiple shrieks shot through the woods from the opposite direction several seconds later.
Wow.
Suddenly,
MTF
Alpha
getting
4
scooped
caught
up.
movement at the edge of his vision, but
Yep.
it was too quick for him to have a clear look. Beta
That's the
Squad
dash
called on their
one.
radios. "We've got a man down. Repeat, man down." Beta 6 screamed. Sounds of gunshots accompanied with shrieks can be heard through the radio.
Alpha Squad now realized there was only 3 of them.
Oh,
Alpha
man.
5 has gone missing.
But they had found their teammate quickly, as they turned around and saw Alpha 5 bisected and hanging by his intestines from the trees, swaying lifelessly. As they began to
Cut in half.
mobilize, a loud shriek came from behind them.
God.
They turned around and finally
There
had
he
a clear
is.
look at their stalker.
Shoot him, Clint!
4608-1 lunged at Alpha 1. At this time,
Bro, you better
Beta
get some
Squad was
Roundup.
sustaining heavy damage.
You don't need a rifle,
as
you
Beta
need a
8 was
Roundup.
killed in action and Beta 6 severely injured.
my
They needed to
gosh.
find a place to regroup and stabilize. Soon, they arrived at a
Found a
small
church.
abandoned chapel. The shrieks
I
got
wonder if
louder
this is
and sounded
where-
more hostile the closer they got to the
Gosh.
chapel.
I wonder if this
Get
is
him in there.
actually
Go, go,
what,
go. They rushed past the
had
doorway,
to do with the,
and Beta 1
the
slammed the
orchard
door
turning
against the
into what it
pursuing
is.
instances of
Some sort of ritual?
4608-1. Beta 9 hastily
Wow,
rested
man.
Beta 6 on the floor and helped to barricade the door against the relentless onslaught.
Gosh. Is it
Beta
just
6
one
lay
of them?
weakly on the ground.
Or is it
He's
multiple?
shown his flashlight in front of him, illuminating a
one.
wall composed of human skulls.
Skulls.
Jesus.
Yep.
Doomed. Beta 9 paced
This
quickly
chapel,
over to him
I
and laid
bet you
down
they're
his first aid
responsible
kit.
for actually making
Hey,
the force
hey,
of what
hey,
it is.
snap
Or
out
at
of it.
least
Stay with
like
me, buddy.
worshiping him or
We'll get
whatever.
you out of this. Oh, God. As he focused his light on Beta 6's leg wound, he found that not
Appleseeds.
only the area around it was showing signs of necrosis, but several apple seeds were also embedded in and around the wound.
Gosh.
Hang in there. I'm so sorry, but this is gonna hurt. Beta 9 produced a
Cool, he's
scalpel
gonna cut
and
him
began
out?
digging into the wound to get the seeds out.
Oh!
For a moment, the chapel was filled with the shrieks from behind the barricaded door, and Beta 6's scream of pain as the seeds were painstakingly taken out
Guess
one by one.
so. Can you imagine?
Beta 1 stood guard near the door, and his radio beeped. It was Alpha 7. Can anybody hear me? Come in!
Whoa! Alpha
Before
7's
Beta 1
alive.
could respond, he was alerted by a loud shriek. He turned around and saw Beta 9 flailing on the ground
Uh-oh.
as multiple instances of
Oh my
4608-1 were ripping off chunks of his flesh.
How did they get in
More
the church?
instances were also emerging
Oh,
from Beta
they're
6's
coming
mouth,
out
eyes,
of
and
him.
leg wound.
Because of the
Alpha
apple
Team
seeds.
is down.
Oh my
Those bastards
God.
killed us off. Beta 1, where are you? But Beta 1 could not respond, as
No.
multiple 4608-1 instances forcefully ripped out his throat.
So,
All
oh
Alpha
my
7 heard was the sound of
gosh.
flesh being torn apart. At the west side of the orchard, Gamma 1 was kneeling beside a disemboweled Gamma Squad member with a blank look on his
This
face.
is gross,
Several
man.
inhuman voices could be heard
Gross.
speaking in an unidentified language.
Suddenly, a call from Alpha 7 shook him into senses.
Gamma Squad, you there? I'm all alone. Please come in. Gamma 1 pulled himself together. He took a grenade from the pocket of his fallen comrade and stood up. He said, "It's just me now." As he looked around, he saw human faces emerging from the surrounding trees. The faces were
just gonna
sobbing as
grenade?
blood poured from their empty eye
Gosh,
sockets.
this is gross,
Listen
man.
carefully. Get out of here right now and call for backup. I'm gonna finish this.
Burn
He
down
walked
the
towards
forest,
the
babe.
largest tree, which was
Burn down the whole
4608-2, with a grenade clenched in his hand. All 13 faces stopped shrieking and began frantically vocalizing in the unknown language.
You gonna
As
throw a
he got
grenade
closer,
or
a
sacrifice
large
himself?
root emerged
Yep.
from the ground
You're
and
gonna sacrifice
constricted around
himself.
Gamma 1, pulling him towards it. That's right, pull me in. I ain't going anywhere. Despite his bones that were being crushed by the roots,
God.
he laughed hysterically as he slowly lifted up
He
his
done
hand.
went crazy.
The grenade's pin had been pulled. Except to hell. And I'm taking all you bastards with me. The grenade
Gosh.
went off, and 4608-2 erupted into flames as it collapsed.
What
The
a
surrounding
sacrifice,
trees
man.
screamed as they spontaneously combusted. The orchard was engulfed in
The
a fiery blaze that
whole
darkened the
orchard
sky
burned
for a
down.
long moment. The members of Mobile Strike Force Bravo 7 were posthumously awarded the Foundation Star for their efforts in neutralizing 4608.
Wow.
Remember to check.
Dang, man. That was, I don't think. So, as a Foundation member, why wouldn't they be focused on containing it? Like, don't get me wrong. It seemed like, it just seemed like vengeful, right? I know he was mad. He lost his team members and stuff like that. But honestly, they could have did some sort of containment procedure around the orchard, you know? I don't know. It just doesn't seem like something the Foundation would do. At any rate, guys, this was it was kind of gross. It was a very, very cool SCP, guys. Make sure to check out the rubber. Link's going to be in the description below, of course. And just subscribe to my channel if you like reactions as well. Thanks so much for watching, guys. As always, this is Zueljin signing off. We'll see you next time.